Welcome to another episode of Coco Caliente, where we talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Nicole. And this is a mother and daughter production.
Did you like how we switched roles?
I bet they loved it.
Anyways, I hope that you guys tried out my noodle recipe. I don't know that yet because we're filming it's not called filming. It is called what?
Taping?
Taping, yes.
We are going to try to start filming and putting them on YouTube, though. Do you know that?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, but we got to have a stationary spot and it has to be set up. That's when we'll go back to my office.
Yes. So we are taping back-to-back episodes. So I'm hoping to hear that and see that you guys tried my noodle recipe. So make sure you grab your pencils and have them ready again. And about 5 minutes after the first topic, I'm going to give you another recipe.
And also, we have been in Florida at this point for a week already, and we can't update you on anything because we're not there yet. But you can
we are having fun.
Yes. And you can always follow along on my stories, my Instagram stories, or Mom, are you going to be posting on your Instagram stories? Probably not.
I'm going to be posting on my, on everything.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can catch up with us there for present day moments.
Okay. And we are still back home tonight. And I had to do a last few minute things in town before we left, like return some. I ordered a few bathing suits to try on to see if I liked them and a couple new shirts. And Nicole got a new bathing suit. Anyways, I had lots of returns because I didn't like half of them. But anyway, so I had to run to town and do that stuff. So me and my hubby went on a date night to Rachel's for supper. And because of, like I told you about his low cholesterol, we ordered a bottle of red wine instead of our usual cocktails. And we enjoyed that together. It was really good. And
you did Merlot.
Yes. And he ordered the salmon teriyaki bowl and I ordered the chicken teriyaki bowl. They're good, aren't they?
No, those are the best.
Yes. I haven't had one in like a couple months. I was like really craving it. And then anyways, we didn't order an appetizer today. And so we ordered dessert instead. And do I ever order dessert,
Never.
Nicole? Never. So I sent her a picture of this scrumptious lava cake with ice cream and Cool Whip. And I was so excited because I literally never ordered dessert. And Dave actually took a phone call at the time. She came back and asked if I wanted dessert. So he was talking to Jesse on the phone. And so she asked me, and I was like, yeah, I want dessert. And then I said, what's the choices? And she said, like, what kind of cheese? Creme brulee? What did you have?
That's really good. Creme brulee.
Yeah, but you gave me a piece the other day.
Yeah.
So it was that or the lava cake with the ice cream and stuff. So I said, I'll have the lava cake. And I ordered it. And like Dave was half listening. You know, he would never have said he's going to order dessert. Because does Dad ever order dessert at a restaurant?
No.
Never. But he eats it when somebody else orders it. But He does not order dessert. So anyways, he gets off the phone. I haven't even told Nicole this yet. And he says, like, he never would order dessert anyway. So it should not matter what I ordered. He said, you know, I don't like lemon cake. He said, well, good thing it's lava cake because it's not lemon cake. I said, they do not have lemon cake here. But it was just so funny because he's like thinking that I'm just ordering a dessert that not one to share, one that which I'll have to post a picture because they have nice, pretty desserts.
That's funny.
But he's like, I don't like lemon cake. Well, yeah, I didn't know. I know you don't like lemon. So I would not. It was just funny. I was laughing.
That is funny. But then you spilt it all over your shirt. And
oh, yeah. That's the best part of it is then I sent a picture to Nicole. It was hot. Like it was like hot fudge in the middle of the cake. I took the first bite and I'm like, the hot fudge dripped all the way down my green shirt and it was pure chocolate. And that was like the first bite. And we still stayed there like 20 more minutes finishing our wine and the dessert. I was so embarrassed. I like kind of held the napkin in front of my shirt. I was like so embarrassing. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It is pretty bad.
Like it looks.
I mean, it's fine, but at least you're really good friends with them. The people with the restaurants.
Yeah, but it looks really, really bad. Like, yeah, like I don't know. It's a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, it is
because it's like the hot fudge from the middle just dripped all the way down the front of my shirt. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing.
I knew she was tipsy. Okay, so you guys are going to be thinking that my mom's drinking all the time, but she literally only has like 2 glasses of wine a week, and I swear it's one of it's when we're taping.
Yeah, I like having a little drink here and there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you going to give them your recipe?
Yes, I am going to. So this week's recipe is Oriental salad. And it's super, tell them about it, Nicole. Tell them about my recipe.
It's like the best thing ever. You have to kind of like different things. If you like cold salads, this is refreshing. It's pretty healthy, I believe. Like it's healthy fats and vegetables and stuff. It's so good. And this is only gets better like the longer it sits in the fridge.
Yeah,
so like
2 days later.
Or day 3, I feel like it's the best.
When has it ever lasted to day 3 with you?
And when we make gigantic,
So
we make gigantic ones. Remember Arrow's party?
Oh, for Arrow's party, maybe. I was going to say, we do not let this, by the second day, we have this all eaten up. In fact, I added all this stuff to my grocery order for Florida, which as of right now, I'm still not getting, so that I can make it down there because it's a nice cold salad and I'm going to take little containers and then I figure we can take it down by the pool with lunch or whatever, with we just usually pack like some cheese and crackers and that kind of stuff and it'd be perfect to take down there. So these are what you first mix together. 2 packages of Ramian noodles, crush them with your hands. Just open them up, not the sauce part at that point. Just crush them up in your hands. 1 cup of almonds, slivered almonds. Mm-hmm. 1 can of chestnuts, and we don't put that in most of the time, do we?
I don't like them, but
you can omit that. If you like chestnuts, put them in. Either way is good to me, but the kids don't really like them, so I don't use them all the time.
Water chestnuts.
Yeah. And then 1 bag of coleslaw mix. So it's called broccoli slaw. I have it written down coleslaw, but we use the broccoli slaw. It's way better. So 1 bag of broccoli slaw mix and then 1 cup of sunflower seeds. So you just put that all in a bowl together. Super easy. Open all that up and dump it into a bowl. And then for the dressing, it is...
So mix this separately.
Yep. 1/2 a cup of sugar, white sugar. 1/2 a cup of apple cider vinegar, 3/4 a cup of olive oil, and then the seasoning from the Ramian noodles, from the 2 packs of Ramian noodles. Stir that up, put it all, then mix the 2 things together, and that's it. That's literally all you do.
But let it sit for like a couple hours before you serve it because the Ramian noodles will be really hard.
Yeah, it's so good. And even if you eat the Ramian noodles kind of hard, it's so good. But anyways, let me know what you think.
It's so good.
Or if you've tried anything like this.
And you can make it like healthier if you use like organic, like you could use like different types of sugar or whatever. I mean, sugar is sugar, but it's up to you like how you want to make it with what ingredients. Because listening to that, it's like not that bad to me, but 1/2 cup of sugar might be bad to you, but it makes quite a bit. So it's so good. Anyways. And
a lot of times, once you make it once, the next time you'll probably make a double batch.
Yeah.
And I have my with love for my kitchen recipe book in front of me. So I'm going to be so excited to I said monthly, but at least twice a month to share some recipes with you because we love to cook around here. And I bet you guys do too.
You need to come up with some new recipes though, Mom.
No, I like my recipes.
No, those recipes are good, but I'm telling you, I know what's in there, and you're going to run out if you do it every week of your favorites.
I will share my recipes. I will be good to share my recipes.
No, she does come up with new good recipes, but she doesn't write them down. I feel like the only time she writes them down is if someone like does it for her. Otherwise, she makes something really good, and then she'll be like, I don't know what I did. And that's that. Right, Mom?
Right.
Do you have your phone on airplane mode? Because I can hear it.
No. Because I'm trying to read I'm trying to give the people what they want. So let me put it on airplane mode. And then I took some pictures of some questions. And then I'm going to go over some questions. I put it on the page for things that you might want us to talk about. So Nicole, how do you keep the spark of marriage alive in the season of young toddlers and children and all the stress that comes along with it?
Oh, goodness.
Don't?
Yeah, I'm not the best for this, but I do think that I did tell my mom today, I think Victor and I's relationship is the best maybe it's ever been right now because when I look at him, I just see before I'd get annoyed and I'd be like, I need more help. I need this. I need that because you just feel like you're doing everything. But lately I've just been able to see like the good that he's been doing and adding to my life. And I think perspective is really important, and not to like compare each other. Like, I did this, you didn't do that. I don't know. So the spark alive is really difficult when you have a baby sleeping in your bed with you. It's really hard, honestly. We try to do like date nights and stuff, but we're really goofy around the house. And sometimes we do like funny little things. Like he'll pretend, he'll be like, okay, I'm going to come try to pick you up right now. Like he doesn't know me, and little weird things like that. It's just like really fun and lighthearted, and we're really goofy. I think just like it wasn't always that way though. So it's like
we've only been married a couple years. So.
We've been together 6 years though. And I feel like after 6.
Yeah, but only been married like 2.
Only been married 2. Yeah. But the spark was, I mean, when you first start dating, the spark is different than when you've been together.
It is like, and I see changes like all the time with them too. And just like talking about this way back from my day, you know, you kind of, sometimes there are points in your life where you do, it is okay to, I'm not going to tell you that it's okay, but it was okay for me to put my marriage on hold because Dave wanted to do the best for our kids. If it was working, making money, getting them the things they wanted, if it was me taking them and raising them. But I will tell you, like holding on through it all and being each other's best friend during the time, even if there isn't like amazing, crazy sparks flying. Now, like all these years later, like I could not love Dave any more than I do now, 30 plus years later. And I know he feels the same. We are like
slow and steady love is good too. I think that's I think that I've had a relationship where it was like, sparks flying for like a year and a half or so. And then it just like kind of died because both people have to want it. And I think it's just, I love being married and being with someone that wants it as bad as I do. That's like the most important thing. That isn't going to give up and that doesn't think he sure in the heck doesn't think there's better out there, or you know what I mean?
And
it
laughter.
Just feels good.
And laughter. Just keep it
goofy. Keep it goofy.
Yes, it's nice to just share jokes. And I mean, I came home today and before Nicole got here, when she sang, I'm doing dances for her, I did some dances for Dave and he's just smiling. I mean, I am the worst singer, the worst dancer, but he just smiled. He just loved my little skit I put on for him when we got home, making up songs. We must
be like a skit family because I love it.
Yes, we are goofy. And Arrow is already putting skits on for us. He knows. It's just, we've always been goofy and funny. And I mean, that's how it is. And I think half the people that like hang around with us long enough, they're all the exact same way. Mm-hmm. And we get so comfortable with them that we act like that in front of them.
Oh, for sure.
And like somebody said something about they want to know Mariah stories, but there's so many, but like to sit there and try to pull them off the top of your head, like you can probably pick some, but I'm going to tell you, Mariah is such a different person, like hanging out at our house and at her house, because with us, she is skit and goofy, but when I hang around her, like during her shower and wedding, she's all prim and proper. So I think it's just the different people you're around, but that's why I like her, because when she's around us, she adapts to exactly. I mean, we're never, ever not laughing. In fact, I'm going to miss her not joining us in Florida this year because she just got a new job, because we have so much fun. Like she's just like another daughter to me, like Nicole's sister to me. Like when she's around, it's just fun.
Yeah. Like,
and even Brian, what does her husband say?
About he could hang out with just you two, you and Dad, and he wouldn't feel awkward at all.
No, but I'm talking about like how like the stuff he says he says in front of us that he could never say, like
in front of like Mariah's parents or something.
Yeah, he's just like, but he'll just spit out anything, and he's actually a shy, like
he's
probably
an
individual. He is so sweet.
He's like the nicest guy ever.
But he's so we just spit out everything, so he just like literally spits out everything too, and it's just so funny. We just laugh and laugh and laugh. Do we not?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss them too. I invited them, but she can't take work off this soon. Yeah, Mariah, she is just, it's okay. So I had like she's my soulmate best friend for sure. And I literally called my mom right after I met her and said, this is me, my maid of honor in my wedding. It's weird. It was like love at first sight. And we have evolved so much since then. I literally talked to her for like 5 minutes and I knew. And the fact that our relationship still is just so strong and we live far away, but we always make time for each other. It's just, what a special friendship. You know?
And literally, like, her and Nicole are so close that, like, if I see something that reminds me of her, like, I randomly text Mariah, like, just regular things or jokes or like funny things, and she'll be like, "Are you telling the truth?" Like, we just like she's very easy to make. You know, she's very comfortable. Like I said, she's almost like another child, to me that I just met when Nicole was in college. But she's like part of the family. And like, I definitely consider her part of the family.
And I just wish like she lived closer.
Well, she's a lot closer. Tell them she moved closer to you.
But it's not that
Another hour and a half closer.
Yeah, I guess.
From 3 hours to an hour and a half. That's a lot better.
No, she's like 2, isn't she? Is it only an hour and a half? That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad at all.
And she's like, where she lives now, there's like the wonderful beaches and stuff. And she just moved there. So I think we'll visit you will visit more. Plus,
I
we'll
told
visit
her.
more.
She asked me about that if we were going to go. And I said, yeah, we were going to plan a date. Yeah.
I'm going to have to jot down some Mariah notes because there's so many that it's just like overwhelming. It's like if you told me to tell you a funny story about Nicole right now, I can't, and I know a million of them. So it's just got to like pop up. Where is Twix and how are the rest of the cats doing from Nicole's old house?
Twix is in my basement. He lives with us. He has a great life. And he's very chubby. But
Arrow and him are
best friends.
Oh, Arrow and Twix. Twix takes everything. Lets Arrow just pet him and cuddle him. Twix really likes Arrow.
Yeah, Twix does. He's super sweet.
Arrow calls him Twixie.
He still has his like claws and everything, but he doesn't ever pull them out on Arrow. So I'm super thankful for that. He's just a big ball of love. The most loving cat ever, because I didn't really have cats before, so I didn't really know. But anyone who has cats and comes and meets him, they're like, oh my gosh, he literally just lays in front of you and just wants to he'll sit on your lap. He just wants to be petted at all times. Hershey was the older black cat that I had. I think he was like 18 when I left him. My mom just told me she saw him today. The new owners of our old house totally took him in. They are giving him such a good life. He's still doing really well. He's best friends with their dog. They built a shelter for him. They feed and water him every day.
Did you just say I saw him tonight? Yeah,
and they go for walks. So he is living such a great life. I think it was really good of me to leave him there. And Twix would have probably been totally fine as well. Now seeing like, I don't think I could have had better owners move into that house to take care of that cat. But I didn't want to put that on them. And also Twix was just so young and he was getting beat up at the time by like other tomcats. So he didn't have seniority, so I took him in. But I don't regret it at all because I really do love him.
And Twix can go outside, but Twix goes outside. But like yesterday,
he was outside today again. Too.
But not for very long, right?
No.
When it's not really nice, he just comes and wants right back. He'll go like just back wander around, and that's it. And then he comes right back. Yeah, you know, it's not. He's like,
but in the summer and spring, I think that he'll go out and explore for a while. He needs to run around and lose some weight. So anyways, the vet said that he needs to lose weight. Okay. And then the other cat, that my grandma had, which was named Coconut, my brother has, and they have such a great relationship. It's so awesome. Like she loves Jessie more than anyone else that I've ever seen. Like Jessie's telling me that she gained like all this weight. Mom said she's big and heavy. So she's very like, before she was 6 pounds and super skinny and hiding and scared and very skittish. And we got her spayed. And now she's probably like at least 10 pounds, do you think?
Yeah, she's very comfortable and she loves Jessie. She listens
to Jessie's voice. She sleeps with him. I think she is just having the best life ever, which is awesome. And Jessie does not want to give her up. So I love that.
Yeah, he was only keeping her till she found a home. And like, it only took about 2 weeks before he did, you know, that's his cat now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's all the cats really, right?
Yeah, that's the cats. What are your restaurants and musts in Florida and why? And I never know. We like to eat at Miller's Ale House just because it's right next door. We love to eat at the resort, mostly at Orange Lake. They have really good food, nice restaurants, and you don't have to leave and you don't have the long waits. Miller Ale House, you can't do reservations, and that's right next door, but we do like their food, especially if there's a good game on or something like that during the March Madness.
Yeah, I definitely say the Orange Lake restaurants I really do like.
The best, yes.
Yeah. And then besides that, what else?
You guys love that,
Chuy's?
the Mexican restaurant, yes.
We like Chuy's. We don't live next to a Mexican restaurant, so we like to hit that up at least
And
once.
that's a really good, really good affordable place for a lot of food.
Mm-hmm. It's really
I don't
good.
even think I went last time. I think you guys all went.
Me and Mariah and Brian and Vic did, and they loved it. They were obsessed.
And Jesse and Ashley Jesse went one time too that I didn't go. Yeah, and I remember Jacqueline and Mike went too.
That was the year before. That was my wedding year.
Oh yeah. So I mean, everybody that's went there really likes Chuy's. I'm trying to think of what else we always do the one.
Bahama Breeze is a hit or miss though.
Yeah, but we do always try it at least once.
Yeah,
do we not?
we like to sit outside and we like the vibes.
Yeah, and they have pretty drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they do have pretty drinks. So Bahama Breeze is one that we usually hit up.
You know what's really good is Bonefish. It's really good. It's a little more expensive, but when me and Dad and Vic went the one time, it was really yummy. And then me and Vic and Arrow's been a couple times. I didn't realize it was they have a lot of chain restaurants there. But that's I like that one because it feels a little fancy. And
the only thing about that one is if you don't book a spot, especially with Arrow last summer, it was really hard to eat out because when we went before, it was fine. Like when they used to say 40-minute waits, we would just stand outside, sometimes go to the bar and get a drink or just relax outside or whatever. But Arrow's very impatient and you just don't do that stuff. You can't just linger. So either we have to have a reservation or we're going to eat someplace that we can sit down a lot faster. It's a lot different.
Okay. So last year was a nightmare with that stuff. And Mariah, this is a Mariah and Brian story. They went to, it was Brian's birthday when they were down there. So them two went on a date night and we actually went to Disney that day. Me and Vic did. And so they went on a date night and they picked this restaurant. I don't even remember the name of it. I'm not even going to mention the name of it, but we really loved it the years before, but it was called a different name at that point. It was bought by someone else now. And so I think, did we recommend it to them? I feel really bad if we did. Anyways, it might have been the only place without a wait that night. So they went, and Brian is I think I told this story last year, but Brian is the nicest guy ever. And he's never upset. He tolerates everything. And he left them a review that wasn't a 5-star review. And so he was wearing anyways, it was just but the service was fine. So he made sure to make sure the service was fine.
It was the food
that was just it wasn't even edible.
I can't even remember everything about it because his stories, he's so nice that he does not. That's the funniest thing. If you know a person that would complain 1 out of 1,000 times, that's him. So for him to even complain, it was really, really,
and he
really
left
bad.
The review on Yelp. Okay. So then anyways, he said because he was trying, it was his birthday dinner, but he was just trying to save someone else from the discomfort of this. So anyways, the last night we're there, we're trying to find a restaurant. My dad does not wait for anybody, for any restaurant, nothing. So we go to Olive Garden because that was our last resort.
We went to 4 places and the wait times were between 45 minutes and an hour and 45 minutes.
We've never eaten at Olive Garden since we've been down there. So, and we had a bad experience at Applebee's the one time too. So we just didn't even try that. So then we tried this restaurant after, several, and there was no wait. And we're
the same one that he had eaten at before. The same one that they had eaten at.
And they're I'm are you guys, they're in a separate car. We're driving separate. I'm that's the only thing without an hour and a half wait. Can we go, or how do you feel?
And we'd already pulled in 5 places and got out and checked and checked the availability at 5 restaurants already before this.
So anyways, they're okay, it's fine, we'll go. So they're following us there, and we get out,
and then we got seated right close to the kitchen.
Yeah, and Brian is in the he goes, oh my God. He's sweating. I'm what's wrong, Brian? He goes, I left that Yelp review and there's a picture of me and I'm in the same shirt that's in the Yelp review. I'm
He was so stressed out the entire meal.
And I think he just got a soup and salad. And he's not a soup and salad guy. But he's like, they can't F this up. Anyways, so somebody got a burger that was like medium or something, or medium well. I think it was Dad. And,
was it a burger or a steak? It was some meat.
Oh, steak, I think.
Yeah, steak.
And it was so raw that, I mean, I'm not a steak person, but it was really bad. And so they were trying to tough it out. So then we just asked our waitress, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so bad. Let me go ask him to throw it back on." Well, we're sitting by the kitchen, and we just hear them yelling and saying, swearing and saying, "This is medium well. You want medium well?" I'm thinking, I don't want anybody to eat that when that comes back out.
Yeah, they were like screaming at the waitress, and it was like so
horrible.
uncomfortable. Like it was like, and Brian's like, "Yeah, this is exactly why I do not like it here."
I was scared. So anyways, we will not be going back there this year.
Definitely not. But Brian did sweat the entire time, and I mean, everything positive about it. He put it like the rolls were really good. He's like, the rolls were really good. Like he literally like did not keep like a mean Yelp review. He just like was just blatant, was just honest. Like, and he left a really good tip. He said, because the waiting, he said the service was excellent. It was literally the food, but that was very funny.
It was. That's funny.
Let me see what the next questions are. There is a lot, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but now I have my phone plan on airport. Plans for summer. Are you booking your camper in any campgrounds or sticking around at the home camping situation? We did already book for Memorial Weekend. It's only like 40 minutes from here, and I did that with my nieces, with two of my nieces and their families, and my kids. So I'm excited about that. Mm-hmm. And one of Dave's brothers is going. I don't know if more will add on. But that's what we have going. That's the only one I booked so far, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know some other people have asked us about booking. My sister wants me to book, and Nicole's friend Nicole asked me. We will book a few more. We should
probably go like 3 to 4 times, right?
Yeah, but that's the only, we got to get booking. That's all I've booked. And I have, as far as other plans for summer, I don't think we have anything that we planned yet, right? Mm-mm. We're pretty open right now.
Oh, we have a Morgan Wallen concert.
Oh yeah, I got Nicole Morgan Wallen for
it's a day before my birthday.
Yep, June 29th. Which actually that's July 4th weekend. That weekend, if we are going camping, starts the next day on your birthday.
Oh,
because I did look that up because I was looking.
Oh,
at
that must be on like a Thursday.
There's a new campground that opened up right by where Nicole likes to do farmers markets. So I'd like her to pick a couple good farmer market days, and I'd like to put the camper up there on those days. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's like my only plans as of right now for camping. What and how do you make your tacos, Nicole?
Oh, okay. So we do venison tacos and we do chicken tacos. So basically I just make the chicken super, I don't want to say the word moist, but just like not, I don't know. You cook it for just the right time with the olive oil in the oven. And then I just shred it. And then there's that. And Victor really likes seasoning. I'm not really a seasoning person. So you can kind of add it if you want, depending on what you like. And then venison, we just do super easy. It's just kind of like ground beef. But then we add like peppers and onions. And then I use, there's these seasonings. I don't use like the taco seasonings from the store because I just saw how much bad stuff's in them. So they might have good ones at your store. We are not next to like a Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, anything like that. We have Walmart. And sometimes Walmart has some really great choices too. I just haven't found it there. And we also have a Meijer. So, but I use, oh my gosh, what is this called? Oh, it's like the best seasonings ever, and there's no salt or sodium because me and my family are not like sodium salt people at all because we didn't grow up with it. And they're the best seasonings without that. And I cannot remember the name, but Flavor God. It's really good. Flavor God. So I flavor it with Flavor God seasoning, and then that's it. You just cut up whatever you want. So super simple.
And somebody asked how your couple counseling's going. I can answer that for her. They haven't made it to one except for the introductory one because we have had a snowstorm every single time. But as far as I think they're counseling themselves because they're doing really good. Are you not?
Yeah, we are. I don't know. It's like is God like interfering here and it's like, okay, we're not gonna.
They don't need to drive 2 hours for counseling. You tell them you're good.
They're not ready yet. We canceled 3 times because of a snowstorm. Isn't that insane?
Yes.
And like the counselor actually canceled one time because it was so bad down there. So it wasn't like just us. And she's so sweet. And she's like, safety first. And yeah, we are doing really well though, because there were times where I'm like, we gotta go. Like we need this. But when you do go, I'm sure there's going to be a lot to unpack and a lot of feelings. And so maybe we just like weren't ready yet. So,
and how's the cleaning of the 60 bag challenge going? I am way behind.
Yeah,
but I have been cleaning out. If I could say I did 30 bags of donation and 30 bags of trash, if I was just doing the size of a Walmart bag, but I just keep shoving them into the real tall, like 50-gallon bags. They're like huge. So like as far as the donation, so I have done really good. And I've actually went to the donation place twice and dropped off big loads. So, I mean, that's way better than I do on a normal basis. So I'm still moving along in that direction. Thanks for asking. And let me think, there was something else I was going to say on here. There was some. I want to know how your teams are doing in the March Madness. Who are you rooting for, Nicole, and how's it going?
I'm rooting for Michigan State, and it's going well.
I seen some, like I Googled today's topics you can talk about, and I'm like, it says to talk people who know nothing about sports. So you're lucky you remember Michigan State still in there. You are not following along, are you?
Yes, I am.
Except for we have some squares. That's the only reason I'm following along.
I usually do follow along.
So can you name 4 teams that are still in there?
I don't even know what round they're in. Oh, no. I could get lucky.
The first and the second round, they're down to the 64 went to the 32 and the 32 went to the 16 and the 16 go to the 8 on Thursday. So at least I have that down pat. Oh, and I know the 16th, the first seed lost to the 16th seed and it hasn't happened since like 1985.
That's awesome.
So I am a little bit know what's going on a little bit.
Good job, Mom.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I would have Googled and I know a lot more, but that's how much I know just from paying attention.
Okay, so this is going to come out after The Bachelor's done. Dang it, we should talk about it.
A lot of people asked about The Bachelor. People are asking about The Bachelor.
Okay, but it's gonna be over. But anyways, you guys, let's talk about The Bachelor for a minute. So Zach, I really like Zach. I really do. I think no one's gonna be absolutely perfect on TV, but I like his take on the no sex thing. I really did. I thought that is like amazing because if I were about to get engaged to a guy, I would not like it if he had
sex with somebody else.
Yeah, yes. Like a week before. I just think that's really hard to get over. And my question in my head would be, wait, so you didn't know it was me and you had to have like sex with 2 other people to confirm it was me? Or did you know before that you were going to
Or did you want to have your last fling and have sex with all 3 of us?
Right. That's just...
And like this was the best sex or that was the worst sex. And that's how you picked your... Yeah.
So I think that's just like set up for failure in the Bachelorette world. And I understand why you have overnights, but I also understood why Zach didn't want to. And I just like... was like, good job, man. And I see that it didn't go like perfectly, but I think he handled it so great. And I don't think he should have kept that a secret. I think that would have been like really dirty to keep that a secret. And the fact that she wanted him to keep that a secret because especially if he were to pick someone else or pick her, I don't know. I didn't like that at all with the Gabby thing, like how she reacted to it. But I mean, he had to do what he had to do, and it doesn't sound like him and Katie did, right? Because she said you're the only one.
Yeah. So, but we still don't know who he picked.
I don't know who he picks at this point.
If he don't pick Gabby though, and he had sex with her, what do you think of that?
Well, right now it's not looking good for Gabby. But again, we're a week behind.
Why do you think it's not looking good?
Because if he wanted Gabby right then and there, he could have just ended it. He's the type that would say, look, I'm not going to drag you along, Katie. I'm not going to drag you along, Ariel, which I really loved Ariel too. I'm going to go with
And I was watching it last night and I texted you didn't answer.
What?
Maybe I texted the wrong phone.
Yeah, you must have.
But did he ever tell Ariel he had sex?
No, I did text you back. I think he basically did during the rose ceremony. Like you could tell by her face. And they probably cut out some stuff maybe, but
he didn't have a private talk with her on there.
Not that it showed. I don't know.
Maybe the parents, maybe like going home to the parents is like which one they think is for him, like makes him make his decision too. You know, that could be a lot about like with his family or whatever, because I just don't understand if he doesn't pick Gabby, why he slept with her, especially when she kept saying she doesn't want to be second best. I'm really curious what's going to happen. She doesn't want to be second. And I mean, this is like that. If he doesn't pick her, that's literally putting her second, her worst nightmare. Mm-hmm. So like, that's why I don't think that would be a good choice. So hopefully since he does pick her. That's why I thought
though for him, if he knew it wasn't Gabby, then he should have kept Ariel because of the second thing. And I thought him and Ariel had a great chemistry. I mean, we can only see so much, but then I thought that'd be really bad to get rid of. He's probably thinking bad to get rid of the person that he's. Yeah, but he might
pick her.
I don't think he picks her. I don't see it. I really don't. I feel like she's not quite mature enough in the situation she's not ready. I don't think she's not ready for that. Katie seems ready to me. I think he's really emotionally intelligent. Do you know what I mean? Like Katie doesn't run off and do the things. And I'm not saying.
And Katie could have ran away after he told her all that yesterday. I mean, literally.
Victor said, I wish she would just go home because that was so messed up.
Yeah, but it's almost like he was the way he told her, like, I mean, unless it doesn't show a lot of it, was basically like, if you want to leave now, you can. That's how I took it as. He didn't like beg her to stay, you know, in any way. I don't feel like he begged her to stay.
Yeah, like he wanted. I understand what so this is what I think. The only way that you would tell someone like that, oh, my freaking thing is going in and out, is I understand he felt so guilty. He felt so guilty. He needed to get it off his chest immediately so he could continue his date. And I understand she didn't want that, which makes complete sense. She'd rather not know. But for him, like he needed to tell her and just clear the air so that way they could get like stronger. And that's what he did. But I think if he didn't care, he would have like told her off camera or something. I don't know. I think he does really, 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 really care for her.
For who?
Katie.
Oh, I think he must really care for Gabby too, or he would not.
Oh, he really cares for Gabby too. He really likes Gabby. Like after Gabby and his date and not even knowing that they slept together, I was like, why is he even going on any other dates? Because he was just like, seemed so like in love, you know? I don't know. I think that he's a really good bachelor though. I'm very surprised. I thought he was going to be really boring, and he's there for the right reasons, and it really shows, and he's very mature. Yeah,
he definitely is there for his forever. Yes.
And I really
he's not there for the drama at all.
Or the Instagram followers or anything else.
Yeah, or the drama.
Like he could do without Instagram forever. So anyways, that's an interesting, and I really I love Gabby and Katie's friendship too. Like I'm not picking one or the other as like a woman. I'm just saying for Zach, I think that Katie is a better match. That's all. From what I've seen on TV, I'm not there. And for her to tolerate like that was really, she's so mature. Like, I feel like I would not have handled that well.
They look good together too.
Yeah. And I like that they just do normal things, like unpack her apartment and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, we'll know who he picked by the next time we chat.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Bye.